We need to talk.
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 Welcome back to another episode of We Need to Talk. We have our first guest on the show.
Hello.
Our first drop of estrogen.
Hey, I'll hold it down for you guys. I'm gonna hold it down.
You know what, guys? Thank you guys again for supporting what we've been doing, and this is growing. This is growing pretty good in my opinion. For where we are, we're still pretty small, but I reached out to Alicia because she's one of our listeners, and I thought, why not have another perspective? Everyone says, oh guys, you guys know everything. Okay, so let's bring a girl. You guys, the pressure's on you now. Just so you know,
it's good. We're good.
Just so you know, you speak for the entire female race.
Yeah.
No pressure.
And hopefully they agree. That's what I have to say.
Yeah. So we have a good topic today for you guys. It is double standards. A great phrase. Double standards. How do you feel about that?
Double standard.
And I feel like the way you laughed means it applies only to men.
No.
Just the way you laugh was just like, of course.
No, I feel like you guys are going to have some interesting things to say about this, and it definitely applies to women as well. It depends.
I respect it already.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
We'll see if that stays.
So I guess we can talk, if we're going to talk about double standards, I'm pretty sure there are a couple that come to mind. First off, so Alicia, what's the main double standard, the first one that comes to your mind that you just don't like in terms of relationships?
This is just the first one that came to mind, but I'm sure it will for most females. Men and what they're able to do in a relationship in comparisons to what females are able to do in a relationship. So what's acceptable to a man, obviously in many situations, isn't acceptable to us.
Like what?
Like...
Just give me one. Just one. When have we ever said, you can't do this, but we can do this?
Okay, I'll give you an example. I can't relate, so sorry ladies, I'm just throwing this out here. But girls who have high numbers are frowned upon more.
Sex numbers.
Yes.
Sex numbers.
Are frowned upon more than guys who have just beer numbers, just smashing everything.
Fact.
Okay. so it's gonna be good.
That's a fact.
Yeah, for a second
you can't argue that.
in my mind I was like,
Don't even bother. Don't bother.
Like,
Don't
there's
bother.
no way.
Don't bother.
Yeah,
Don't
I was
bother.
like, there's no way.
Absolutely. I can even actually agree with the double standard because it's very true.
Yeah.
Now it used to bother me. Now it doesn't as much, but for the fact that it did bother me at some point, it means it does exist.
Yeah.
When just because it doesn't exist for me anymore, it means it still did exist for me, and it still probably exists for a lot of guys.
Yeah.
The sex number. This is actually another topic we want to talk about later, but we'll just talk about it now for a little bit.
Yeah.
But the sex number is detrimental to some relationships in terms of the guy's mind, because they look at it like, oh, I'm a guy, so it doesn't matter. I want to get my girl pure. They want to get the girl pure, but
What does pure mean here?
What is pure?
What does pure mean?
What does that mean?
Are you gonna act dumb?
Are you pure?
Are you gonna act dumb?
I'm asking the
Are you
questions.
gonna act
No.
No, she can ask the questions. Are you gonna act dumb?
I'm not asking dumb. I'm asking the questions for the viewers who might not know. That's what I'm doing.
So
That's what I'm doing. I'm just asking questions.
So the average guy, not even the average guy, majority of guys, if you tell a guy, or if you ask a guy, it's like, would you rather a girl with a high number or a low number?
Also, pure means low number.
Really?
I'm
honestly?
I'm asking the questions.
Really? Like you didn't know?
I can ask the harder questions here. That's what I'm gonna do.
Like you didn't know okay. Sure. Go ahead. Sorry. What was your question?
I didn't have a question.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were about to chime in there.
So now that we established pure in the mind of a guy, it's like, oh, that girl has a low number, so they look at her as pure, or she's low, or she's rare, or whatever. You know what I mean? Those are words guys might use.
Rare. He's talking about Pokemon trading cards out here. Talking about rare.
Those shiny ones. Those pure ones look shiny though. They look shiny.
She's right. All right.
Sorry, ladies.
But yeah, so that double standard definitely exists. I can actually agree with that. I actually have no argument for that. I know guys out there that they might do a whole bunch of things, but they want the girl to be unknown. No one's ever slept with them except them, kind of thing, which just doesn't exist. It just doesn't make sense. And even if it did exist, you can't request that.
No.
unless you are that.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the
You can't
only
be like,
time.
I'm about to do what I'm about to, but when I find you, you need to be just in a hole, like untouched.
No.
Like it's just, yeah. I agree that does exist. What's your take on gender roles?
I don't think the ladies are gonna like me for this one.
They don't have to like you.
I'm all about gender roles.
Really?
Yes. Like I very much so believe a woman is supposed to do certain things and a man is supposed to do certain things.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you agree with
I
that?
can feel the anger from the listeners right now.
We're equal. We should be equal. Hey,
I'm old school and I know this. Like so that's just what it is. And my partner is cool with that. So like that's what works for us.
Yeah.
right.
It's obviously not going to work for everybody, but like I'm someone who enjoys like cooking for my husband and cleaning my house and when my house is clean and like just taking care of things that I feel a woman is supposed to. So as long as I'm embracing it, that's what works for me. If it doesn't work for you, then
So if one day your husband's like, you know what, I want to start doing this from now on. I want to start cooking and cleaning. I want you to chill. I want you to do nothing, and I want to do stuff you've been doing. It probably didn't. Well, what happened?
well, it never happened. And
But would you be okay with that?
no, probably not. Just because I like my stuff done a certain way, which is why I take on the role of doing it. So like, let me save myself the grief of hoping you clean something properly and just clean it right how I like it cleaned,
What is
and then I'm
properly
good.
cleaned? What is properly? Do you think he's ever gonna clean something
Not
that's
like-
not clean?
Yes. What do you mean? Men are so lazy. Like
Whoa,
something
that's a
will
hot
spill.
take.
Let it go.
Something will spill, and I'll be like, "Yeah, could you clean that up?" Yeah, no problem. Drop the paper towel, pick the paper towel up, put it in the garbage. That is not how you dry something.
No, you dry stuff because that's not how I
I don't
dry.
dry
Oh,
Okay, I might have
I
exaggerated. I might have exaggerated.
I know if I dry, like my mom's boxing in the back of my head, so I learned how to do things properly. You know what I mean? Hey, if you want to shoot for every single guy, you can't talk to me. You can talk about some more, but whoever you're with,
Listen,
Kevin.
Poor man on blast.
Right?
Seriously,
What's
I
your
grew up in a
perspective on
Jamaican
gender roles?
household. I know how to clean. We know how to clean.
Oh, let's go.
You learn that young, but still, like, gender roles. That's interesting.
Do you believe, like, okay, gender roles I think came from obviously, you know, chivalrous days back in the day. How, you know, kings and queens and men and women were looked at. Women didn't even work sometimes. Like women didn't work; they stay at home. The man goes work, the man comes and brings stuff home, and the woman cooks, and that was how the things were back in the day. Now in 2017, when everybody, I'd say, man or woman, has the exact same accessibility to things, the exact same rights, the exact same skill
Not
set.
entirely.
Do we have the same rights though?
Not entirely.
Do we?
Nah.
What
Can
right-
we zoom in on that face? Can we? Yeah.
Go for it.
That needs to happen because like.
You don't have the same. What rights? What
I'm
rights?
just saying we don't have like it's not all the same. It's not equal. But I'd like to hear where you were going with that.
Sure. I'll continue.
Okay.
I think you know there's ways to keep some chivalrous things in terms of like small things you might do for a woman as a man, like just to be a man, opening the door, small stuff like you can be like you can open the door if you want. You could say that,
Yeah.
but really like as a man to be a gentleman, you open the door, you do small stuff like that, you know. Give them their coat, small stuff like that.
The reason I'm laughing so hard is because when you said, like, if you're cold, I give you my coat. Do you remember that tweet where it's like the guy?
Yeah, and he came outside.
This couple was like walking on the street, and the
It was
guys were-
Taraji, right?
Was it Taraji?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was
Yeah.
real
She
cold,
came
and everyone
outside
was like,
cold.
He was a waste man for two reasons.
Wait.
For two reasons.
Wait,
Not taking it, ladies. Listen.
Let me explain this to
Let them hear it
explain
first.
this
Let them hear it
photo to
first.
the listeners, right?
Before you take out what I said out of context,
Yeah.
I will give you my coat if you already have a coat and you are still cold.
Okay, this is what happened. This is what happened. In the picture, it's a picture of Taraji P. Henson and like some other dude. They're walking down the street, right?
And he's just texting.
And the dude he's got a coat on and he's texting. He's
texting.
on his phone.
He doesn't give a
And
fuck.
Taraji's next to him, just wearing like a dress, and she's clearly cold, right? Like she's got her arms like
she's frigid.
She's frigid. She's shivering, right? And everyone's like captioned this photo.
Yeah.
And I died because I think you said, or it might have been Marlon. Someone said. I told you to get a coat before you left.
Oh, yeah, that's what I said.
And, like, I'm supposed to give you my coat because this is a daily argument I have with my girl. I'm like, I complain every day. I'm like, I told you to wear a coat
Yeah.
when we left. Wear the damn coat. Okay, Alex, wear the coat.
Without even putting you on the hot spot, let's just ask a very calm, direct question. Listen, we're both going out somewhere. All right,
Yeah.
no, I decide. You don't have to decide.
Okay.
I will decide to check the weather. I do it for you. You don't have to do that anymore.
All right.
Now I tell you the weather. Hey, it's pretty cold outside. You go, okay. I'm like, you know what? So I'm about to get a jacket right now. Because it's cold outside. Because I just told you it's cold outside. And you go, okay. I put my jacket on. We're about to step out. I look back and not wearing a jacket. So I go, maybe you should bring a jacket. And then you go, nah, I'll be all right.
Yeah.
And then I go, I really think you should bring a jacket today because it's pretty cold and I'm wearing one. And I'm actually bigger than you are and I'm wearing a jacket. I really think you should bring a jacket. And you go, but the outfit though. And I go, all right.
Fashion over function.
Fashion over function. Then we get outside and the air is bursting your body. Am I now supposed to be like, let me freeze. Hey, go. Even though you don't want to listen to me. Is that what I'm supposed to do? Actually.
Okay, so my natural response is going to be no. You are your own person. You chose to wear a coat. I'm a person. I chose not to wear a coat. In the situation with Taraji, I need to come back and address why this man was a waste man. And it's because one, I don't know if you guys know about this, how hardcore you are about Chivalry, but he was letting her walk on the outside of the road. Which as a man, you're not supposed to do.
Listen.
1, 2.
This is true. I agree with that part.
2. She's not like walking like, yeah, I'm cold, yo. Pass me your coat. No. She's shivering and holding herself. So as you're like her man, you're just gonna be like, oh, you look Chris. You're cold? You're cold. Oh, you're good though. You're good. We're gonna be there in 5 minutes. Just hold on, okay? Okay, you got this though. I know the wind is harsh, but just hold on, baby. Hold on. That's not, no. It's not acceptable. It's not okay.
The only part I agree with is the sidewalk.
That's the only part.
I don't need you to.
The sidewalk. First of all, I didn't even notice that. I didn't look into that deep.
You know what?
Did you even look that deep?
No, I didn't.
Because personally, I'm also a person who walks on the outside of the road.
Yeah.
Like
Yes.
on the inside, let them walk on the inside, walking outside. That's something I actually do naturally from my parents. That is something I didn't even look in the picture that deep to notice that. But the fact that she even noticed that part, she went even further. So you know what? You saw that part, didn't even see that. Sure, he was wrong for that part alone.
So he's a waste man.
No, he's not a waste man.
He just claimed the title. He's a waste man.
You know what he should have done? He should have looked back at Taraji and said, all right, we're speed walking. That's what we're doing.
Oh my gosh.
We're speed walking. Let's go.
Oh my gosh.
Let's go.
We need to talk.
We need to talk.
We need to talk.
We need to talk.
We need to talk.